This is a satellite image of Beirut Port in Lebanon, taken on July 31st, 2020. But within just 4 days, something would happen here that would change the landscape completely. The port's hangars, once standing tall, would be left in ruins. A massive crater, 135 meters wide, equivalent to the length of 2 Boeing 747s, would appear in place of the blast site. So what exactly happened that led to one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in the world? Dear viewers, on August 4th, 2020, a video clip went viral in which a bride named Isra Sablani was having a photo shoot at Sci-Fi Square in Beirut. Suddenly, a massive shockwave interrupted everything, forcing people to flee in panic. Just 23 minutes earlier, at exactly 5:45 p.m., welders were fixing a hole in the wall of a warehouse at the port. Sparks from the welding ignited a fire inside the building, known as Hangar 12, located right by the sea. At 5:55 p.m., a team of 9 firefighters and 1 medic arrived to contain the blaze. After examining the scene, one of them radioed the fire chief saying something didn't seem right. The flames were spreading quickly, and strange popping noises could be heard. 12 minutes later, at 6:07 p.m., the first explosion rocked the area. If you look at the explosion footage, you can clearly see fireworks bursting with thick white smoke. That's because fireworks were stored in Hangar 12. This initial blast was equivalent to 1,500 kilograms of TNT. Just 30 seconds later, a second explosion occurred. This time so powerful it ripped through the entire city of Beirut. Many people were already filming after the first blast, so this second one was caught on numerous cameras. A gigantic fireball shot into the air, followed by a shockwave faster than the speed of sound. A white dome engulfed a huge portion of the city, actually water vapor formed by the pressure of the blast. Then came a cloud of red smoke, signaling the presence of ammonium nitrate. The impact was enormous. The explosion was felt up to 200 kilometers away. Even residents in Cyprus were shaken and ran out of their homes in fear. The shockwave traveled 8 kilometers, shattering windows at Beirut International Airport and bending iron rods in nearby buildings. The U.S. Geological Survey recorded a 3.3 magnitude earthquake from the blast. Scientists at the University of Sheffield estimated that the explosion was equal to 1,500,000 kilograms of TNT, nearly 1,000 times stronger than the first blast and 10% the power of the Hiroshima atomic bomb. Everything near the epicenter was annihilated. Warehouses were flattened. Ships at the port were severely damaged. A 390-foot-long cruise ship, Orient Queen, was lifted into the air and slammed back into the sea, upside down. The explosion created a 135-meter-wide crater, which quickly filled with seawater. This blast is still recognized as the largest non-nuclear explosion in human history. Even the ionosphere, the upper atmosphere close to space, was disrupted, leading to temporary GPS and radio signal failure. The devastation was apocalyptic. Entire streets were destroyed. Northern Beirut saw complete building collapses, uprooted trees, overturned vehicles, and twisted steel everywhere. The shockwave knocked out power citywide, hindering rescue operations. Military bulldozers had to clear roads just to let emergency crews in. 218 people lost their lives, over 7,000 were injured, and 12% of Beirut's population became homeless within minutes. Hospitals were overwhelmed. Many were themselves damaged in the blast. St. George's Hospital, just a few meters from the port, was completely destroyed but still tried to treat patients outside on cracked sidewalks. Some injured victims were turned away simply because there was no more space, even on the pavement. Local residents of nearby Beirut, whose homes were spared, opened their doors to house the displaced. Meanwhile, the fires raged for 7 hours and black smoke filled the sky until the next morning. The smell of sulfur and burning rubber lingered in the air for days. Soon, nationwide protests erupted. Citizens demanded answers. What caused this disaster? Who is responsible? Hangar 12 reportedly held flammable substances like kerosene, oil cans, hydrochloric acid, and 15 tons of fire wax. Despite such dangerous materials, the hangar had faulty wiring, no smoke alarms, and no sprinkler system. But that's not all. The warehouse also contained 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate stored in plastic bags for over 7 years, completely unsafely. This chemical is commonly used in farming as fertilizer, but also in explosives for mining, and has been involved in multiple terrorist attacks worldwide. So how did it end up there? It all began in 2013 when a Russian-owned ship was en route from Georgia to Mozambique. The MV Rosus, carrying the 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate, stopped at Beirut due to technical issues. The ship never left. The crew refused to load extra cargo from Lebanon due to weight issues. The ship owner, facing financial problems, didn't pay crew salaries or port fees. As a result, the Lebanese authorities confiscated the ship and its cargo. The crew was kept aboard for 11 months due to visa issues and finally released in 2014. The ammonium nitrate was then stored in Hangar 12, where it remained until 2020. During those 6 years, numerous warnings were sent to the government. The first email came in 2014 from a former customs director, urging a judge to act, but there was no response. Other letters suggested exporting the chemicals or selling them to a Lebanese explosives firm. The last warning came in 2019, highlighting the growing danger, especially after a hole appeared in the hangar wall, the very one welders were repairing on August 4th. Now in 2025, 5 years have passed since the tragedy. Still, the real culprits haven't faced justice. The investigation has been constantly blocked due to political interference and ministerial immunity. Judge Fadi Sawan was removed for charging senior officials. His successor, Judge Tariq Batar, faced opposition from groups like Hezbollah and Amal, which brought the investigation to a halt from 2022 to 2024. Only after Nawaf Salam became prime minister in January 2025 and amid rising tensions with Israel did the case reopen. As of May 2025, Judge Batar is set to announce his final verdict on August 4th, 2025, the 5th anniversary of the blast. Today, traces of that terrible day are still visible in Beirut. At the site stands an 8-foot-tall statue built from glass shards, mangled steel, and rubble from the blast. It depicts a woman holding a sword in memory of the 218 victims. Beneath her feet lies a broken clock, its hands frozen at 6:08 p.m., the exact moment of the explosion. We hope you found this video by Facts Black Hole informative. Please like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. See you in the next video.